The last time we had a buyer's market, I was just too early in my career. And I don't mean that I missed the financial opportunity. I did great. It was actually not the best time to start in the mortgage industry because it gave me a false sense of confidence on what this career would actually be like. What I mean is, I didn't push my clients hard enough and I let some of them make a bad decision. I'm going to be very real with you right now. I let them wait. In the beginning of my career, when people told me, I'm going to wait this market out, I didn't want to come off as salesy. If they said they wanted to wait until interest rates came down because they didn't want too high of a mortgage payment, I nodded in agreement. I was supportive. I told them, I completely understand you don't want your mortgage payment to impact your lifestyle. I thought maybe it is responsible. Maybe they're being conservative. If they told me they were waiting for prices to come down, I actually could relate. I graduated college during the Great Recession. Me and my friends, we couldn't find jobs. A lot of my friends' parents were dealing with short sales and working their way through those. My older brothers, they were in the mortgage industry and were sharing with me firsthand how what started in housing was rippling out to the entire economy. I didn't want to tell someone to buy a house and then have that home become a curse. What if prices went down? I didn't want the liability. I was wrong though. You know how I found out? There were people who did buy. There were clients who didn't try to time the market and bought because they were financially ready and it was the right time for their family. I watched them build equity. I also watched them change as people because of the security that home ownership gave them. I saw them make moves in their careers and grow their families. I saw the trajectories of their entire lives change because of home ownership. No joke. And then I got to help many of those families who bought their first homes at the beginning of my career buy their dream homes later. I was also in touch with the clients who waited, right? Spoiler alert, prices didn't come down. I wish I could go back in time and have the confidence that I do now. I don't mince my words now. I'm not uncertain that buying a home is a smart financial move, even if the mortgage payment cramps your lifestyle. There are a lot of mortgage lenders out there who won't take that stance, but I'll reiterate. Americans, especially my generation and those younger, have a spending problem. A forced savings account in the form of a home? Actually not a bad idea, because guess what? Those music festivals and like-to-know-it purchases aren't giving you any return on investment. I run the numbers often on appreciation versus the cost of home ownership. I'm well versed in affordability and against my natural interests, the economy and even politics now. I am confident in my ability to give financial advice now, and when my clients tell me they want to wait, I respectfully begin a very thoughtful argument rooted in data, but not without my personal opinion. Because long story short, and with the disclaimer that I'm not the lender for everyone, I am no longer a cover your ass lender. I will tell you what I think you should do after listening with the skills of a clinically trained professional, master's in marriage and family therapy, on not just your finances, but your life goals and life challenges. And then I'll tell you what I think you should do. And the other side of that coin is I'm a real estate investor and I have online communities and I founded the Future is Female movement and I'm now a chief performance officer. While every loan officer has a fiduciary responsibility to their clients, that means they have to act in your financial best interests. Many of them also need that paycheck next week. I'm not saying I don't have bills and that I don't have to pay them. I do, and they're very real. But I've built a strong financial foundation for myself. So if it's not the best move for you to buy that house, you best believe I will tell you. I know this blog is supposed to help you sound smart at happy hour, and the reason I'm giving you this whole pitch is not to get your business or to say you should only work with me. I do want your business and you should work with me. I want to give you a mini assignment. Before I get into the economic headlines, I want you to consider spending a few minutes this weekend asking yourself, what kind of real estate advisor are you? Are you worried about telling people what to do in case you're wrong? If so, study the market harder so you have less chances of being wrong. Are you too bossy? Like if your friend's dating a guy you don't like, he's not the right one for her, She's not your friend until they break up. We have to support our clients regardless of their decision. I'm just saying that first, we need to educate them enough and with enough confidence that they can make a smart decision. All right, here's the latest news and what your friends are going to be asking you about over the weekend about real estate. Government shutdown. How does it impact us? I actually already covered this last week, so go back to last week's blog and check that out. I just need to add now that we are missing jobs data and other important economic indicators, and it's going to lead to volatility with interest rates. That's the bottom line. Prepare for potential closings with USDA loans, reverse mortgage purchases, those are out, properties requiring flood insurance. On the other hand, FHA and VA, those will actually probably be mostly running business as usual. Other news this week, the luxury real estate market is definitely showing some cracks now. It's hard to deny. Sales have dipped, inventory is up, and price growth is slowing slightly. This is a major opportunity zone for buyers shopping at higher price points and also an important consideration for sellers. Be the competitively priced luxury listing if you don't want to sit for months. And that strategy might actually help you net more proceeds. It sounds counterintuitive, but think about it. If you come on priced competitively, you might get a bidding war right away. Versus if you sit on the market, nobody wants to pay list price for a house that's been sitting 60 plus days, right? They smell blood. Before I wrap this up, some big news. I have secured my dream Future is Female speaker for Reno. So save the date for November 18th and block your calendar from 2 to 6 p.m. More info to come. Also, save the dates for this Sunday, the collaboration we're doing with the Mill, donation classes, which will raise money for the Women and Children's Center of the Sierra. And then if you're on the East Coast, I'd love to meet you in Annapolis next Thursday. Get your tickets to the Future is Female there. And lastly, Mortgage and Mimosas. RSVPs are going to open October 16th. The event is October 30th at 10 a.m. at 18 on Lakeside.